Welcome back. Let's look at some application questions. Temba is a student who works as a caddy at a golf club on Friday afternoons and Saturday mornings. He earns 100 Rand for every half day, so that will be 200 Rand per weekend. He plans to visit an art festival for 4 days during the September school holidays. He decides to take a bus from Johannesburg to Potchefstroom, and he buys a bus ticket for 250 Rand one way. He plans to stay at the backpackers hostel for 150 Rand per day, and he budgets 120 Rand per day for meals and drinks. That is the question. So now, by number 1, calculate the cost for his trip. When is he going? He's going in the September school holiday. How is he getting there? So he is using the bus, and it is 250 Rand one way, so it's 250 Rand times 2 return, which is 500 Rand. Then his accommodation is 150 Rand per day. So that means if he goes for 4 days, he will be sleeping 3 nights. So his accommodation is going to be 3 times 150, and then that is 450 Rand. And then for meals and drinks, that's going to be 4 days times 120, and that is 480. So if we look at the total expenses, it is going to be 500 plus the 450, sorry for the 0 there, plus the 480. And that is then a total of 1,430 Rand for his trip. How many half days does he have to work to have enough money for his trip? So we already calculated he needs 1,430, and for every half day he earns 100 Rand. So that is going to be 14,3 half days, but we'll need to round it up to 15 days so that he can have enough money. If he only works for 14 days, he won't get to the 1,430. How long will it take him to save up for the trip? So, how many weekends? 1,430 divided by 200, because it's 100 for every half day, and he works on Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays. So it's going to be 1,430 divided by 200, and that is 7,15 weeks. So it's going to take him 8 weeks to save up. Make suggestions on how he can finance his trip faster without going into debt. He can take more shifts. He can cut on expenses. Maybe food and drinks. And then he can look at another backpackers hostel to perhaps pay 100 Rand per day. and then he can work on Sundays as well. And that is my suggestions. What do you think? Siyabonga wants to go overseas next year. She plans to travel through Thailand with a bus tour, which currently costs 27,500 Rand per person. Her return flight will cost approximately 12,000. So, to get to Thailand and back is going to cost her 12,000, and then the bus trip on its own is 27,500. So let's pick up there. She must budget for a 5.5% increase per year. Will Siyabonga get enough money saved if she can save 2,600 Rand every month for 12 months? So let's look at this. What do we need to do first? First, we need to go and look at the expenses, and then we need to compare it with her savings. So her expenses is the 27,500 plus the 12,000, which is 37,500. But because she only plans on going next year, there's an increase of 5.5%. So next year, it's going to cost an extra 5.5%. So it's going to be 37,500 times 5.5%, which is an additional 2,062 Rand 50. So her total is going to be that 37,500 plus the 5.5% increase, which is 39,562 Rand 50. Now, that is what she needs. What is her income going to be? So, let's work here. Her income is going to be 2,600 Rand times 12 months. And that is 31,200. So she needs 39,562 Rand 50. But she can only save 31,200. Will she be able to go on a trip? No, she won't. But she will definitely be able to go after that year. So in 2 years' time, she'll be able to go. Let's take a break. See you now.